Today I'm going to start my AR15 build by treating the parts of the lower parts kit with a product called Sentry Solutions. And what Sentry Solutions is, it's a dry film lubricant. It's oil free, so it doesn't have the downside of conventional oils of attracting dirt and gumming up your weapon. Some of the key benefits: it cleans, lubricates, and protects. It's oil free. Like I said, it's rust stopping, so it prevents rust in your weapon. It will not attract dirt. The firearm stays cleaner longer, prevents fingerprinting and acid etching. It's transparent, colorless. It's very safe for your weapon. Like I said, it's a corrosion inhibitor, and it provides a dry bonded, non-toxic protection against rust and friction and wear for all types of metals. So what this product is phenomenal. I've used it for years on my other weapons. This is my first AR15 build, so I'm excited to use this. But I got the Armorer's kit, and it contains pretty much everything that you need to treat. I think it says it'll treat up to like 30 guns, but you know, it'll last you a very long time depending on how you use it and what you use it for. But the Armorer's kit contains a tough cloth, which is a cloth that has the product in it. You can use it to wipe the gun down or wipe the parts down. It can be reactivated, so if it dries out, you can reactivate it by using some odorless mineral spirits. Put it in a bag, like a teaspoon in the bag, swish it around, and it reactivates it. You can also reactivate it by using some more of the product on it. And I have, it comes with a bottle of Smooth Coat, which is one of the main parts or products that we're going to be using today. And this actually coats the metal and protects it. And like I said, it acts as it's a dry lubricant. I have a BP 2000 powder, which is also a dry lubricant. It's a powder, and you can burnish it into the metal. You know, rub it into the metal. You can use it to enhance operation of, you know, trigger operation. It can make it smoother. I have it comes with a high slip grease, which is it's a synthetic lubricant, and you use this in higher pressure areas. And it also comes with a smaller bottle of Smooth Coat with a applicator tip for getting into the small, hard to reach areas. It comes with a brush that you can use to apply the Smooth Coat, and it comes with this kit with patches and some other large applicators, some rubber gloves, some Q-tips, and other things in it. So I have my parts kit, lower parts kit here that I'm going to be starting with, and I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to start by cleaning the parts with alcohol, just to make sure that there are no oils on it, so that the tough coat will adhere to the and bond to the metal. So here I'm just going to use some alcohol to clean the parts. You know, they're new, so obviously they're clean, but I'm just going to use the alcohol to make sure that there is no oil on the parts, so that the Sentry Solutions will adhere to the metal. It'll bond to the metal, and it'll give me good protection. One thing to note too is that this product is safe on plastic, it's safe on wood, but the Smooth Coat will color metal, so you want to test it before you use it. Test it if you're concerned about it affecting the color. You want to test it in an area that it's not going to bother you if it does discolor it. It comes with alcohol prep pads, so you can use that as well. But I'm using my own alcohol here and just a clean rag. Comes with cotton swabs, or Q-tips I should say, and it comes with these gloves too. So I'm going to wear these gloves so that my hands, I don't get this tough coat on my hands, just in case. And the directions for smooth coat are, you want to, like I said, you want to degrease the surfaces, and this is going to be for only the internal parts. I'm not going to apply it to the outside, the parts that are outside the gun, that you're going to see outside the gun. So you want to stir or shake this. You're going to apply a thin coat to the dry surfaces. Obviously, the alcohol dries quickly. It dries in 2 minutes, but it takes 2 hours to cure at room temperature. Okay. So as you can see, you know, it's a dark product. It's got the dry film lubricant in it. I'm just going to brush it on lightly. Nice thin coat. And you can't see this on the camera, but it's evaporating and drying almost immediately. It's like just like alcohol. So it doesn't stay wet long. Obviously, it said it takes 2 minutes to dry, but it evaporates pretty quickly. But it leaves behind a bonded lubricant on the surface of the metal that protects it. All right, for the areas that you can't reach with a brush or rag, we have this smooth coat applicator that allows you to put it in areas that are hard to reach. Just let it run down in there, just like you would gun oil. Like I said, the benefit is it's not gumming anything up. It's going to dry, it's going to adhere to the metal, it's actually going to bond to the metal, and it's going to form a protective barrier that's going to protect your weapon and keep it dirt-free. Now that I have all the parts treated, I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to let these cure, and I'm going to get started on the next part. Lower receiver from Essential Arms, and my upper receiver from Bravo Company, and I'm going to be treating the inside of these with smooth coat. Now these are oil free right now. There's no oil in these, so I don't need to clean them with alcohol. Now the forward assist and the pawl of the forward assist and the spring, these came lubricated already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean that off with, it's got oil on it, and I'm going to clean that off with alcohol, and then I'm going to lubricate that with smooth coat. Only the interior surface though. I'm not going to treat the exterior surface. For that I'm going to use the tough cloth. Alright, I've got it as clean as I can get it. A brush, apply some smooth coat. Into the spring. The other good part about this is that even though I'm applying this to the spring, you know, these are parts that you would typically take out and you would wipe them off with maybe an oiled cloth. Well, that's what the tough cloth will be for. So I'm putting I'm putting an application over the spring with a smooth coat, but it's not like I'm going to use that every time. I'm going to use the tough cloth typically for something like that. And like for the port cover, I would wipe that off with tough cloth. I'm not going to put smooth coat on that. Exterior surfaces, I'll use the tough cloth on that. For the paw, to get down into the small mechanisms, areas that you can't reach, you just put a few drops in there, and that gets into the areas that you can't reach with a cloth or a brush, and it allows you to get into those areas that just like oil would. So you just basically apply a few drops in there and then work the mechanism, whether that be a bolt or any part really that you need to get the lubricant or the protectant down into that area. You put a few drops in there, you work it, it flows down into there nicely. The alcohol evaporates, and it's left with a dry lubricant that adheres and bonds to the metal, and you're protected. So I have these parts treated. I'm going to let them cure, and then we'll move on to the next part.